I just wasted 10 minutes of my time recording this, not even realized that my camera wasn't on. How brilliant. What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Ziganoff here, and today I just wanted to say thank you for a good 2020 YouTube, boys. Obviously, outside of YouTube, everything was shit. In my last video, I described everything that was bad about 2020. But let me tell you, YouTube wise, everything was good. Let me get straight into it. Let me not waste any time. Album coming out on the 28th of January. Be ready. Every week leading up to the album's release, there's going to be a new track releasing. Here's a sample. Bitch in the back. Okay, that's enough. So yeah, with the actual album, there's a lot of anxiety. There was a lot of fear that I'm not going to be able to make the album, and I got through it. I'm done now. Album is done. It's wrapped. Just need to do a bit of mixing, you know, all that stuff, because I'm so good. I just want to say that the 2021, there's going to be no cutting corners for content. It's going to be only very, very good content. Only extremely good content. I will not cut corners, and if you see me cutting corners and making bad videos, execute me. But they've got to be up to my maximum standard, otherwise I'm not uploading them, which might mean that there might be bigger gaps in between the videos, but it's going to be worth it because they're going to be better. In 2021, I plan to make a video a week. Extremely high quality content is my aim. It's blatantly obvious when some content is just, there's no heart into it. And some of the videos, I will admit, that I made over the year, I put effort into it, but I just didn't make exciting content for myself to watch. A lot of it was amazing. A lot of it was insanely good. Just some specific ones, you know what I mean? So 2021, no cutting corners, only good content. I have some videos planned. They're all going to be great. I have some videos planned for the new year, and I just want them to do well, obviously, you know. So that aside, the album itself, there's going to be 11 tracks on the album. I'm going to yeah, I said it. So I'm not even wasting. I'm just wasting time. So yeah, I'm not going to see you guys live in the flesh until February of 2021, because it's just going to be the album for the first month. You'll still see my face. You'll still see me putting out content every week. The next video I'm going to make is a best of 2020 of the top clips. Even if it's like 5 minutes, it's still going to be the funniest clips of 2020. So I'm not just going to make content for the sake of making a video a week or something like that. As I said, I don't want to cut corners, or all I'll say is I plan to make a show, and I just want to say thank you for if you have consistently watched my videos and you're always, you know, there watching them, liking and all that stuff. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. It's been an exponential growth so far, and I hope that it gets more exponential as time goes by. I'm just a little rat. Yeah, this is the last time you're gonna see my face live in the flesh. You're gonna see my face in other videos, but they're always just gonna be pre-made up until February. If you want to keep posted with what I do, follow me on Instagram, because I always post on there. Not always, but I post on there pretty often. Yeah, up to Ziganoff Nation. No, I hated trying to force Ziganation. Yeah, up Pingvasion 2021. There you go, Pingvasion. Up Pingvasion 2021. We'll see what happens in the new year. We'll see if I am kidnapped and taken to Guatemala. And yeah, everything I say, I want it to mean something. Not that. Everything I do, I want it to be good quality content. I don't want to make just shit content. I will admit that some of the videos I made over the last year have been kind of shambles, and these ones are going to be better, hopefully. So we'll see. This is only going to be a couple of minutes long. I'm not going to drag it out, and I'm going to waste your time or mine. I want this to be just informative. Yeah. So I'll see you in the new year. I'll see you in February. It's going to be a while, but sure luck. Next time you see me live in the flesh is going to be February. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys if you continue watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and said that so fast you didn't even hear it. Should I hit stop recording? I'm going to breathe in the air of 2020 live in the flesh. I actually died and I came back as a ghost. Yo, I stole this edit from the Beta Squad. That's my final message of 2020. Just my final message to 2020. Eat my ass. I hope 2021 is better. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and good.